genetics sometimes gets thrown around is an excuse to not be great at what you do, or excuse to not be the best you can be at what you do. And the answer I've always had to that is
get the fuck up. Simon says, get the fuck up. Throw your hands in the sky.
You know what, guys? I'm seeing a pattern, and I kind of saw the same pattern throughout the last time that we've done these things. There's a lot of questions asking about, the best specific things for a novice and intermediate to do. The best specific thing for a beginner or a novice to do is just chill the fuck out a little bit and you're making shit way too fucking complicated for the level that you're at. You're gonna make progress basically doing anything, as long as it's not completely stupid. And yeah, there is some stupid shit that's online, but for the most part, even the people that are, the guru coaches that everybody likes to make fun of, they're not giving awful advice when it comes to beginners. I spent a whole freaking day a month ago going through YouTube watching a lot of these so-called YouTube gurus and so forth. And yeah, some of them look like they don't train. Some of them don't look like they can't pull 200 pounds to save their life, and on and on and on and on. And they got 100,000 subscribers and this and that. And getting past all that, watching some of the videos I haven't really heard a bad video yet when it's coming to novice and beginners. I've heard some bad advice, yeah, but not for beginners, man. It's just, everybody's pretty much very close to being on point for that. Just find a program that intrigues you, that you're a little bit excited about. And just do that. And just follow it through. If you got to back the weight down a little bit, well then, maybe you overestimated your strength. And sometimes you might have to up the weight a little bit because your technique's getting a little bit better. But just stick with what it is. Don't try to find the most complicated thing and then try to change it after 3 weeks and then ask 9,000 questions on what to change next. Just stick with it for 8 to 10 weeks. You'll be fucking surprised how strong you're going to get. And then do it again and do it again. And the next thing you know, you're going to be so much stronger just because of the consistency that you have and the discipline that you have when sticking with a program. At a beginner level, you're going to get strong, man. You're going to get strong and you're going to grow at a pretty rapid rate. Unless the program, like I said, is just absolutely 100% completely off base and stupid, you're not going to get stronger or bigger using one program over another. They're all going to pretty much work the same for you at that level. So I'm saying, find something that clicks with you, something that you relate to, that you're going to really buy into, and go from there. And when you're in it a little longer, everybody's going to be a little bit different based upon their genetics. And, that's another, I'll address that here in a second too. But everybody's going to run into a point in time where it's going to be a little bit harder and you're going to have to get a little bit more specific on the training and so forth. But you're looking at a couple of years for most people. Genetics, there's guys obviously that are going to progress faster. They're going to come in the gym. They're going to be strong as shit before they ever do anything. There's going to be other ones that, come in and they suck. They're weak, but then 3 years later, they're strong as fuck. So genetics sometimes gets thrown around is an excuse to not be great at what you do, or excuse to not be the best you can be at what you do. And the answer I've always had to that is, how in the fuck do you know your genetics suck if you haven't even fucking tried? You know, give it a couple years, and then if you give it a couple years and you make no gains and you're on a solid program, yeah, I'll agree, your genetics probably fucking suck and you're gonna need a little help, but you can still get a little stronger. But you can't sit there and say after 6 months, oh, my genetics suck, I'm never gonna be the strongest. That's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. You can't say that crap until you actually gave 100% to know. I'm not saying everybody has the genetics to be, you know, #1 ranked lifter in the world, but what I am saying is if you don't try, you don't fucking know. And most people don't try long enough to be able to know. And that's fine if they don't have the passion and they don't like the sport. That's fine. It's not fine when it's just being used as a cop-out. Louis made the point in the statement that if you pulled 500 pounds the first time you ever deadlifted, then what did you do to be able to pull 500 pounds? Horse balls. Well, you know, it's a great question. My answer is buy a fucking horse. You know, buy a horse, you got horse balls. Takes care of that one.